Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. It's just before midnight. And as you can see, the money is already down. I've already paid off the loan. So yeah, last episode we ended with 1.8 million in the bank account and I finished all the work on the lower west side. If we go on over to here, yep, everything is all taken care of. That's the John Deere parked there with the weeder ready to go when the weeds come over. I actually ran out of slurry, the cow slurry. The cows ran out of slurry. What the heck? Yeah, they did. So luckily the hogs had plenty, the pigs had plenty. So that's where I took it from there. But yeah, I've been just taking care of the factories, taking care of the greenhouses, top those off with water, and yeah, just took care of the factories, make sure everything's ready to go through the night. And I figured I'd just pay off the loan because those sense of bringing in to showing you that we were at 1.8 million because that's where we were. So yeah, I paid off 1.5 million, which brings the loan right down to 5 million. It does leave us with a good amount of money to start the next morning, and I think tomorrow is going to be a good day, depending on the weather. Hopefully it does not rain. We're going to sleep 7 hours, so we'll just wake up just before 7. Got to get a, start to the day, right? Loans down to 14,000. That's pretty darn good. If you take that along with horse helper, we're paying like $25,000 a day in some fees. It is a hazy morning, but looks like everything's going to be fine. Let me go over here. The weeds are coming. All right. So the things that we need to check on. Yeah, the pricing. What's going to be happening today? Well, we do got some cotton, and the price is going up. So we're in the 1600s and climbing. Wool could be something. That price is not bad, honestly. The milk, yes, I think we're going to have to sell the milk today. Because already, yeah, we're past 6 o'clock in the morning. The cows are up to 742,000 liters of milk again already. And now we know that the cap's at 800,000. I can probably get another milking in this evening. And it won't cap off. But by tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to sell that. Sell that milk. What else we got to look at for pricing here? Well, the factory stuff. I got to sell that. It's getting kind of laggy over there. 908 for the whiskey. Sold. We'll take care of that. What about the meat? Hopefully the 777. Ooh, that's kind of lucky. We'll wait for that to go up. The sugar, not so much. The grapes sold for that price. Definitely. The wine, yeah, the Timberline Flour Mill. Is it both the Timberline? No, that's Agri Wholesale. So the grapes got to go to Agri Wholesales. The wine needs to go to the Timberline Flour Mill. All right, and like I said, the whiskey's got to go to the Timberline Flour Mill. Yeah, because if we jump over, let me jump over to my truck. Yeah, this is the amount of whiskey that we have sitting around here. And of course we got that way, and I'm pretty sure the factory is kind of loaded up yet. The frames are dropping a little bit. And of course, one thing that really drops my frames over here, as I said many times over and over again, are the meat pallets. Did that fill up last night? Because I forgot to take care of this. No, it looks like we're fine-ish. But it's close to being full over here. Very, very close to being full. Matter of fact, I need to take care of that. Oh, no, I don't have my lift anything mod on. Let's go ahead and take care of that so I can just move these just in case I don't get to it right away. No, let go. Thank you. Yeah, we'll have to come over here and probably sell these today as well. So if you look at what's going on here in the farm, yes, we got $5 million left up. Let go. $5 million left on the loan. We got a lot of produce to sell from our factories over here. A lot of produce. If the cotton price gets really good today, we'll sell that as well. I expect a good amount. Because the big cotton field should be ready for harvest today. We end up with 5 cotton modules from the harvest last evening. So, yeah, that's 200,000 liters of cotton that I got already sitting on the ground on the other side. And I should get about maybe 7... Yeah, we'll just say about 7 modules today from the big field, I do believe. And, of course, the milk. Yeah, like I said, if the milk price gets up high enough, I want to sell... We're either going to sell all of it if the price gets really good, or most of it, the price is halfway decent. And I would assume the whiskey factory in 7 hours. Yeah, the whiskey factory, she is full. She is full. So how are we doing over here on the crops? Well, the crops, let me jump over the T8. That should be right here. Yeah, the crops are in the last growth stage, I do believe. Yes, they are. So the wheat, yeah, we know what the wheat does. We just harvest the wheat, bale up the straw, and the wheat goes over to the silo for the whiskey factory. And, of course, the cotton is the cotton. All right, but first thing I want to do today before I forget is we got to jump over to here into our Chevy pickup truck, which is starting to look a little filthy here. But the horse is right behind us. Yes, there are 8 horses in there. They are ready to be brought back to the livestock market. Or as the game calls it, the dealership, which seems kind of weird, but that's fine. So let's jump into here. Yep, they're all worth $50,000, so this will bring in $400,000. Then I got to go ahead and buy some more horses. But either way, already we're going to be up to over $700,000 in the bank account to start the morning. Cannot complain about that. And then, yep, we're going to start zipping. Well, I'm going to start zipping up and down, selling the whiskey and the wine, and of course the grapes as well. So before we even get to harvesting today, we're going to sell a lot of stuff, get the money on up. I would really, really love to bring in $2 million saved. The reason why, because ever since we started this, every time I pay off the loan, I have to go and edit that in the XML file because the game's like, no, you can't have a loan over $3 million. So if you try to repay it off in the game, if you just click on it once, it'll just revert as you can only have a $3 million loan. So if when I owed $40 million, it would be like, okay, well, you can have a $3 million loan, and that would put me in debt by $37 million. I could not buy anything or anything like that. So that's why I got to do it in the XML file. That's why I always disappear and to do it in there. But if we earned just over $2 million today, I can take care of that without having to do that anymore. Let's go sell these horses and then fire up the Volvo truck and start grabbing some of those crates over there. Oh, I did not see how much. No, I did look at the meat. The meat was 777. That's right, 777 for the meat. Is the trailer going to catch on the bridge today? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It did not there. It always does it like on that side of the bridge, never on this side of the bridge I just crossed. And it's only when I'm coming up and over. So yeah, the John Deere will be busy over here in a little while once the weeds get all the way to the end of the fields. I don't know exactly what time the crops will be ready for harvest on the lower east side, and of course it'll be the same for the upper plateau as well. And we got canola up there, so I probably should have checked to see what the canola price was, but I did not. It's canola, right? I think I planted canola. That's the cycle we're in right now, is canola. All right, first things first, so let's go ahead and sell these horses. Confirm that. And then come back in here, and of course we grab one of each, just because that's the way we are. We don't want to show favoritism to the horses, so we make sure we get the right amount of horses. 8 horses. There we go. Yep, kept us right above 700 grand in the bank account. That's a good way to start the morning, isn't it? You only been up for about 5 or so minutes, and yeah, just earned 400 grand basically. Now let's drive these back, get these into their stable so they can settle in for the rest of the day. Kind of a rough ride for the horses on the way back here, but I think they'll be just fine. But these horses probably will be here forever and ever, because I don't think I'll be here for another 10 full days here on the farm before our loan is paid off and all the fields are bought. These horses, 2 more days over here, and we got 16 horses in here. So that's $800,000 just waiting to be put into my bank account. As for the horses, they should be good for another day or so on the food. Somewhere around there. Yeah, so the couple prices I want to check. Yes, that should be canola up there, I do believe. And right now those prices are just awful. But at least the pricing is going up. That is canola up there, correct? Just say yes with me, folks, and we'll be all happy about it. It sure is canola, so yeah, we're all set on that. How are the weeds doing? Well, they're getting there. All right, so let's go take care of Lagville. I think I'll have to call this. I forgot where I was going with these, though. Is it Timberline Flour Mill for the whiskey? Timberline Flour Mill for the whiskey. All right, so the first part I'm going to take care of is definitely... Actually, I can grab a half a load here. So I'll grab that half, turn off the auto loader, and go pick up the other half from the factory. I am going to go ahead and deliver all these. No sense of bringing you along for all that, because there's going to be a lot of trips. This is going to be me running up and down the hill. I didn't cut myself enough room. No, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of me running up and down the hill. What I could do, though, is maybe I'll bring you along for the first sale, so you can see how much money we're going to bring in per trailer. I'm guessing I got probably 4 more trailer loads to get up there. But yeah, I got to get rid of some of these crates. It's just getting to be a little bit too much lag down here. Plus, like I said, my goal is to be at $2 million by the end of the day. I think if the cotton price gets up even like 7, I usually shoot for 18. Lately it's been 2,000. If it gets up to above at least 1650, yeah, we'll probably just go ahead and sell it because, like I said, I'm sniffing that finish line, and I can almost see it. I can almost see it, and I just want to get that much closer. All right, so here is my first trailer load. Let's go ahead and make sure I'm on the sell platform well enough. And for a trailer load, 72,716 for one load. Can I hitch that up, please? For one load, like I said, I got maybe at least 3 more. So I'm going to assume when I get done just with the whiskey alone, $1 million, maybe. I'll see when I get done selling the whiskey. The last of the whiskey being brought up to the Timberline flour mill, just as I thought, $1 million. Well, after we get selling this, hopefully an extra 30,000. Maybe not 30,000, but yeah, it could be $30,000. We'll see here in a second. I think that is ready. Nope. And drop it off like that. There we go. Yep, 33,631. The weeding has begun with the John Deere, so he's taking care of the weeds. He's already got one cotton field done while he's making all those deliveries. I was going to bring up some of the wine. I think it was the wine that was supposed to go to the agro wholesales, but the price, at the Timberline Flour Mill, but the price of the agro wholesales for the wine is now going up at agro wholesales. So it's going to surpass whatever Timberline Flour Mill was offering. So right now, I'm just going to be kind of like in a holding pattern. Got to advance time a little bit, see what the pricing is going to do on these things. The lag has cleared up pretty good down there where all the pallets were, just by getting rid of all the Tennessee whiskey that we had. I did not count the trips, but I think it was 3 full trips after the first one. So 4 full trailer loads plus what we just delivered of whiskey. So, man, I hope that bar is distributing some of that whiskey and not selling it all. If they are, might have to open up an AA building up here or something. I don't know. Either way, because now I got wine. Hey, I got wine to deliver next. What do you expect? So we're going to wait for the time to surpass here just a little bit. See what the pricing gets up to at the agro wholesales, and then I'll start delivering some grapes and some wine. Just a sea of yellow up here with all the canola getting ready to be turned over for harvest. Mr. and Mrs. Frank and Frank Jr. are all set to go sometime this afternoon. Yeah, the price of wine is still going up here over at agro wholesales, but I thought, no sense of sitting here. I got a trailer load of grapes I can bring up because that price has peaked. I did speed up time a little bit, so hopefully the price isn't dropping on the grapes now up here. If it is, it wouldn't be that much. So it was just over 1,000, so I should get like just a little bit over $80,000 for this load. Let's go ahead and unload that. Did the price go on down? Price might be dropping now. Is it dropping? Agro wholesales. You know what it might be? There might be a couple crates in there that were not full, because the price is still going for just over 1,000. So I should have been 80,000. Oh, that's why. You got 2 crates on the back. There we go. So maybe they all were full. Did the wine finish going up? No. So the price is still best at agro wholesale. So Timberline Flour Mill is still the best price for wine. Agro wholesale did not catch up to them. So when I was looking at the pricing just for a second there a little while ago, I was looking at the price of milk. Milk is up to $13.78. That's where we would sell it. The price is going up. I may sell that wool. We'll see how that goes the rest of the day. The cotton price is, oh, it did. It was going up and now it stopped. 1668. Oh, just barely over what I want to sell it for. I think I'll have to wait to see how the end of the day goes. I may just want to hold out for another day because that'd be a lot of wool. And if if the price tomorrow gets up to like 1,900, that's $300 more per 1,000. And when we're talking, 500,000 liters I could be bringing up, that's a lot of cash. That is a lot of cash. Well, anyways, I'm going to go down and grab the rest of the grapes. Now that I know the wine's got to go over to Timberline Flour Mill. I'll get all that delivered for the wine and grapes. When I get that done and bring up the last load, I'll bring you back for that. And hopefully, maybe, we should be at $1.25 million, I would think. And now for the last of the wine, and already up to 1.3 million. Helps out a lot, doesn't it? Helps out quite a bit. Yeah, so that $2 million goal by the end of the day, I think it's going to be possible. I mean, I can definitely make it happen. It's just a matter of, do I want to sell the rest of the products at the prices that they're going to be the best price for today? I don't know. So with that being sold, now we got the meat and the sugar left for products to sell from the factories. Still keeping an eye on the milk price and just waiting for these fields to get ready to be turned over. But once again, I'm going to skip forward some time, wait for the meat and or the sugar prices to max out wherever they max out at, and we'll go sell those. Hopefully it's not up here, because making that many trips from the lower plateau up to here, it's time taking. It's not bad we just do 1 or 2 loads, but I've done, I don't know, like 10 loads so far. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Well, believe it or not, it's past the noon hour, but I got a message that there's no more room for eggs. We're out of room for eggs, so it's got to be... Ooh, look at all that wool that's sitting there. Why are we not... How are we full of eggs? How are we... Alright, so... Interesting. Spawn point must be over here further. Well, we got a full crate, so let's move that on over to here. All right, so let's move. That's good right there. Will you just drop it? There we go. He finally dropped it. So the next thing on the list to sell is the meat. The meat has topped out, I think, at $9.83, I think. Somewhere around there. So we're about ready to jump back down to our Volvo truck, grab that. And we just have to go to the bakery on that, so I'm happy with that. The sugar price is actually kind of terrible, so I may not sell that, but I also, depending on... if we go here, yeah, the meat, was it $9.85 at the bakery? Yeah, the sugar, $7.07. That's not really a great price at all. The good news is the milk price is still climbing at $15.35. The wool, you know what? We're up here, $900 per 1,000. We've seen it get up to $1,000 per, but since we got so much of it, and I want to start spawning 1,000 liter pallets, it's not really worth it. So let's go ahead and grab these and start making empty pallets here. So it should be like $8,000 per. We're just shy of it. Almost $9,000 actually, because it's $900. Perfect math skills that I have. Let's go ahead and drop that there. So I think I got like 10 of these pallets up here, I think. So yeah, we'll bring in like 90,000. Where's that sell point? There it is. And I'm actually thinking about doing something here, and I don't know if I kind of want to do it because I think it'll just give me another challenge to do. Meaning, I may kind of pay off a loan on the economy page and put myself into debt, because what's going to happen is, I don't have enough to cover the $3 million loan max that I can have. So if I were to pay off right now, it would say I have a $3 million loan, and it would put me $600,000 in the red. That's quite a bit. But when I do that, the thing I have a problem with is I cannot buy seed, lime, fertilizer. I think I can hire help. So that's one thing. The money for the canola is going up. So what would happen is, the upper plateau, when that gets ready for harvest, it'll be harvest and sell, basically. Of course, we got the cotton down below. I do have 200,000 liters of that sitting around, so that's 300 grand that I could sell right now, just sitting there. And of course, eventually we'll have the big cotton field harvesting as well. So I think, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do that just because. Just because. So we'll do that right after we get done selling this wool. I always got to concentrate when I say wool or cotton, because I just, think cotton and wool, I just think of something white, and it's like, okay. And I always usually spit out the wrong word. When I should be saying cotton, I say wool, and vice versa. So not only did we go from $6.5 million loan, we are going to go down to a $3 million loan when I do this. That's what the game should do, if I remember correctly. I think it's a $3 million loan max. All right, get us a couple more pallets to sell. But I will save the game before I do this, because if I cannot hire help, then I'm really up the creek. And I may have to revert back to doing what we've been doing. But why not give us another challenge here? I don't think it's much of a challenge. Just that I won't be able to get a lot of work done that I want to. So the thing is, I can see the money coming in from, well, the straw. We got a lot of wheat to harvest, and we're going to get a lot of straw. So I'm going to get maybe like 100 and some odd grand from selling straw today. We still got the meat to sell. And like I said, we got the canola up here we can sell. And of course, we'll have the cotton as well. All right, so let's drop that off. So we're good there. So that's all sold. All right, let's go to the economy page. All right, here, and I want to kind of keep the screen up just for a second, because if this doesn't work, well, first off, save the game. Thank you. So if this doesn't work, I can always refer back these numbers. So when I hit this repay $5,000, this loan should go from $5 million to $3 million, and I should go, what, $530,000 in debt? Is that what's going to happen? Yep, that's exactly what happened. All right, so now we're negative 529,000. But in a way, our loan's down to $3 million. But now I can't buy anything. Cannot buy nothing. What are the eggs selling for? Because now I'll be looking for money anywhere. 23.16. All right, let's not do that. All right, so let's hop back down into the Volvo truck, and now I really need to make the cash, right? Really, really need to make the cash. Let's see, I've probably got 2 trailer loads, well, a trailer and a half maybe of some meat. 80,000, so 100 and, yeah, so I may make like 110,000 from the meat. So that'll bring us to negative 400,000. Yeah, who saw this coming today? I don't know. Like I said, we can make the money. Just the thing is, I cannot, like if I were to bring my seed drill over here, I cannot buy fertilizer or seed. I mean, luckily, for the most part, what I do is when I get done with the implement now is I usually refill it before I go park it away. Oh, wow, the lag over here. The lag. Let's grab what we can. So, yeah, my implements should be... No, I can't turn around there. You should know that, Peanut, by now. You got to come down here, because the edge of the map is not too far. But if you turn it tight, you can get around here. There you go. Yeah, so my implements should be mostly full. So, I mean, we're mostly getting ready for our harvest anyways. All right, this has been tricky for me as late to get around here, because usually the back of the trailer sticks. But it did not today. And sometimes I can get over this ramp, and sometimes I cannot, but 90% of the time, it does exactly like that. Alright, so now I'm in a mad rush to find, well, let's just say 600 grand more today. But now, I don't want to say I'm stuck, but now we're in the part of I don't have to go in the XML file to pay out the loan. So anytime we get a little bit of cash, once we do get back into the black, I can just go ahead and go to the economy page and pay it off whenever I want, without having to dip into the files. But yeah, hopefully I can earn enough cash today before I need to start reseeding the fields. And hopefully that canola price goes up because we can get a lot of cash from the canola. We just did the sunflowers. I think we had 420 some odd thousand liters of sunflower. And I think canola and sunflower harvest at about the same rate, give or take. So we can get like 400 grand from there to, well, not 400 grand, but maybe 350 grand. That would be grand. Kind of weird to be selling something and seeing the money total kind of go down, but it's actually going up. 75 grand, so yep, we're now in negative 454,000. But we got more meat, and the best thing is we're going to get rid of a lot of lag for me up there. But now I need these crops to be ready for harvest and turn around so I can maybe bring in the cash. One thing it will do is definitely going to kick down our loan interest at midnight as well. So paying off another $2 million off that loan. We were paying, what, $14,000 loan interest last night. That may push us, or I would think it would push us below $10,000 on the loan interest. And of course we got $10,000 for horse helpers. So yeah, we need like 20 grand for midnight. Grab all of it, and that one as well. Every little bit of piece of meat helps. Alright, so I almost have a full trailer here, so just another 400,000, then I can start buying some more stuff. Now the thing is, if I run on short in cash again, I can't take out a loan because we're maxed out on a $3 million loan. Ah, the challenges. Alright, turn around here. This is why I love cab overs, trucks. Because you can turn on almost on a dime on these things in some areas. Hey, we almost got enough whiskey though. So I may be making a lot of trips selling more whiskey, wine, just trying to find $1 anywhere that I can today. I may be doing that. I'd rather not sell the cotton. So if we can get by without selling the cotton, because that price, I was kind of hoping before, I said, well, if I need to, I'd like to get the $2 million saved. But I think the milk is what we're probably going to sell. The milk is something I do need to sell today because we're going to get maxed out in the cow barn once again. So that, I'm going to sell the milk either way a little bit. The question is, how much am I going to sell? If the pricing is good, we'll probably sell all of it. And yeah, if we sell all the milk, then I'm not too worried about the 454,000 because we got 700,000 liters of milk, and right now I think the price is what, 1,500? So yeah, do the math. That's easily going to get us back into the black, and then just with that alone, I can pay off some more of the loan interest. All right, let's go ahead and sell that. All right, getting better. I got to find another $387,000. Let's park this right here for now. All right, so what was the pricing? So the milk price is $15.42 and climbing. Yeah, the cotton price, that's a shame that stopped there, but that's okay. We can live without it. Yeah, like the canola price. Yeah, I'd like to see that get up to $7.50. If that gets up to $7.50 at the bakery, then we might go ahead and sell that. So what I need to do now is I need to speed up some time because I don't have nothing to do right now. Did the John Deere finish? I think he did. Yeah, the John Deere did finish over here. So I'm going to bring that back over to the lower east side. And I'm going to speed up some time. I don't know what I'll be doing next. Either the harvest will be starting around here, which would be great. Or who knows, I might be selling some milk. Not too sure. Well, already ran into my first problem. I'm over here, I came over to grab the whiskey. because I thought the whiskey factory would be full, and it wasn't. I was out of almost out of wheat and completely out of water. So I brought the water tank over, and I put water into the whiskey factory. Came back over, went, and I'm like, why can't I refill the tank? It's because I owe $380,000, which kind of sucks because the water technically is free, but the game just the way the code is in the game, yeah, you're just not allowed to quote unquote buy material. So I got enough water. I got like 60. What is that tank hold? 62,000 liters of water. That's in the whiskey factory. So the whiskey factory is up and running. I'm grabbing the grain trailer. The harvest is not quite ready, but the milk price has peaked for today. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and sell enough milk to get us out of this, get us out of the red. That's all we're really doing. Of course, I'm bringing the grain trailer over because, well, I'm going to need that eventually over here, right? So let's just go ahead and drop that like right there and let that trailer slide. So yeah, let's go grab the tanker. I think it's just shy of like 16. Yeah, I think it's just shy. It's like 1590 something or other. We'll look here in a minute. We can have a quick look-see as I'm filling up my tanker of milk. So it shouldn't take too many tankers, and I got plenty of milk to get us out of debt, obviously. It seemed weird. I mean, technically I've been debt the whole flipping series, but you know what I'm saying. I got to get myself out of this little bit of I don't want to call it it's not too much of a mess. I mean, we're going to get out of it rather easily here. All right. Farmy fresh. Darn right it is. Boy, they got the manure too. I bet you that's farmy fresh. Let's go ahead and top us off with some milk, please. I'm like, that better fill. If that doesn't fill, I'm really in trouble. So let's go into the market page here. Yeah, so $15.97 per 1,000. So it shouldn't take me too many trips over there. The canola price, yeah, that's still $7.21 at the bakery, which is not bad. But like I said, you know, I think we're just going to go ahead and sell all this milk. Get us out of debt here. Get us out of minus $380,000, and our loan will be at $3 million. I should have more than enough to probably even pay off some of that $3 million. So what we'll do is, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sell all the milk, like I said, because the cows are pretty much maxed out here. And then I don't want to say I can just forget about them afterwards. I mean, at the rate we're going here, I thought at one point I was going to buy another cow barn and stick the cows in because that's what we said we're going to do. But, yeah, it's like 4 more days and this pen should be maxed out on cows. And I think we'll just go ahead and leave it that way instead of spending money on another cow barn because it's not going to make us that much I'm going to spend more on the cow barn than the cows will make back for me anyways. All right, let's go ahead and sell this here. Help me on out, get me out of debt so I can go get some free water. It sounds kind of stupid saying that, but that's the way it is. All right, 300 grand to go, and we're golden. All right, so yeah, just shy of $100,000 per load. So 3 more loads, and we're fine. Then everyone can breathe. Everyone can breathe, and I won't have to sell the cotton. We can sell the cotton, hopefully, like I said, next in-game day. And at that point, you know, we'll owe less than $3 million, and with that much cotton, wow. Yeah, we're getting that much closer, guys. So anyways, let me go ahead. I'm going to sell all the milk until I get to the last trailer load to bring it back. We'll see how much cash we got, maybe pay a little bit more of that loan off. Surprisingly, so we started this episode at, what, $6.5 million loan? And I do believe we should easily be dipping below $3 million by the time I end up selling all this milk. Getting close to 6 o'clock in the evening, which means the cows are about to get milked. Yeah, we're up to 600,000 in the black. We're above zero. I have 2 more trailer loads to go, plus whatever the cows give me in the next minute or so. So if we come over here, hopefully I can do this quickly enough. You can see the total on the Lely machine. We're at 12,000. Oh, sorry, no, 122,000. Sorry, like 12,000. That isn't right. 122. Yeah, why can't I just go in here? We'll just say 123,000. I'm going to take, of course, 62. In about a minute or so, we're going to see that number probably jump up about $40,000. $40,000. I got money in the mind. 40,000 liters of milk. Because I got the mod where they get milked at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. And yep, went up to 140 some odd thousand liters to go. But so I'm going to have like 800, maybe $900,000 in the bank account. Just like that. And we started what? Almost 400,000 in the hole? Yeah, we're going to have to pay this off. And plus, we got the harvest sometime today, whenever that starts. I thought it was going to start earlier than it is, but it's already 6 o'clock. If the harvest starts tonight, probably at least we'll start the cotton harvest tonight because we know how long that takes. I'm not going to try to flip these fields over and get them replanted tonight because now I'm at the point of, we're almost there. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to waste 12 hours of growing time by not replanting these fields tonight. It'll just be harvest and sell and take care of the animals. That's kind of the plan. But man, who would have thought, starting at $6.5 million of loan left this up when we started the episode, that I was going to get down to pretty close to $2 million. Which sounds, as we now see, does not take much. I was actually in the economy page. I was looking at how we did the last 5 days. The worst day we had in the last 5 days, we profited $731,000. Yeah, today's going to be our best day because our best day was almost 2.2 million. Right now we're approaching 2.4 million profit today. Not too bad, and of course I got a few more trailer loads of this. That's another couple grand, couple 100,000. And I haven't checked on the canola prices. I was running at ×5 the speed, so I don't know what the canola prices were doing. I was just waiting for the crops to be ready for harvest. The only thing about this trailer, I do like this trailer, but it does take a little while to fill up. So while we're waiting for that to fill up, see the canola price $7.21, and these prices are starting to go up. So will they get $7.21? I'm not sure. Will we sell it at the bakery for $7.21? I'm not sure about that either. Maybe it will just rest of this evening, which will be next episode. I think we'll just kind of like start a harvest and just put everything into storage and wait to see the next in-game day, farm day goes. Or I may not even harvest at all tonight. All depends. All depends. We may finish up the harvest first thing tomorrow morning. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? Nah. We could probably do that. Like I said, now I'm at the point of, we're going to be down, like I said, $2 million loan. That's nothing. I can find that in my couch cushions at this point. Just about. Alright, come on. Fill this thing up so I can get my another 100 grand here. Then I'll come and I will take the other 33,000 because we're selling it now. Might as well keep on selling it. It's too bad I just couldn't run like a long hose from the cow barn to the sell point. I don't know what they're doing with the 800,000 liters of milk I brought in them the last couple days. Actually, it's more than 800,000 liters, but same thing what can be said about the whiskey. That was a lot of whiskey we brought up there. But I will say this, when I was over at the whiskey factory and I was getting ready to clean that stuff out, it was nice to drive around without dropping any bitter frames here and there. It wasn't as bad as it once before with the Pepsi factory. If you guys have been around long enough, you know how bad the Pepsi factory just lagged us out completely. Alright. One more trip. Sell the milk. And I'm going to park the truck up and probably, we'll pay off. I'm going to keep $100,000 in the bank account, though. So that way I can buy stuff like water, which, makes sense because it's free. If I couldn't buy water, but now we can. But we'll leave $100,000 in there just because, I'm going to have to pay like $20,000 in fees at midnight. And it would be nice to be able to buy fertilizer and seed for reseeding the fields. And of course I will have worker fees as well. It won't be $100,000 worth of all that, but, let's just, Can I say take it easy at this point? Real easy. I mean, you can't really see it, but there's a bit of a smile on my face, if you can imagine at this point. Alright, let's go ahead and park this trailer up, because I should not need this. No, am I going to need it again? I mean, yeah, we still got to pay off like the rest of the loan and, of course, buy all the fields. But at this point, it's like 2 farm days. 2 farm days. Basically, when I go to sell the other horses, that might do it right there. All right, let's go ahead and just park this out here for now. Oh, it's going to feel good to actually I can do it this way without having to go in the XML file. I just got to tap this a gazillion times. Too bad I can't use the mouse wheel and scroll down. It'll do it that way. Yeah, look at that loan slowly disappear. Should I say slowly at this point? Yeah, just click, click, click. I'm going to have to buy a new mouse at the end of this, probably. All right, like I said, let's leave a... You know what? I can't. Yeah. Okay, 35,000, that'll be good. That would be good. So, yeah, we owe... You know what? Let's just borrow... Okay, that way it's 2.2 million. We owe $2.2 million. That's all we owe. That's all we owe. Simple as that. With the amount of cotton that we could be selling later on, who knew? Not the way the episode, I thought the way it was going to go. I thought we were going to at least get to harvesting and maybe sell some stuff. And then halfway through, when I knew that the harvest was not going to get here, that's when I said, you know what, let's pay off the loan and put myself into debt and then have to work our way out of it. But that, I mean, I figured I shouldn't have had a problem. And the milk did a lot more than I thought it would. But that came in handy. But, like I said, I probably will start the cotton harvest site whenever it's ready. But I think what we'll do is when midnight rolls around, I'll bring you back. We'll start next episode something like around midnight. The cotton harvester will be harvesting the cotton by then, I'm sure. But we'll see how much our loan interest is at midnight. And then when we start the next episode, it'll be well, hopefully the sun's out tomorrow morning. That's about the only thing. We'll have all this wheat to harvest, pick up the straw. The cotton should be kind of ready to be sold. Maybe sold, depending on the price. Upper Plateau will be ready to go. And actually, the fields over there on the lower west side will be ready in that same in-game day afternoon. So we're looking at maybe just 2 more in-game days, and we could be done here. We could be done, but who knows? You have to wait and find out along with me. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, because I sure did. I appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you next time right here on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.